Hello, this is Father David. Here on November 15th, 2024, the very first day of the Nativity fast that will bring us over the next 40 days into the feast of our Lord's Nativity. And I've done these daily meditation videos for a few years now. And this Nativity, I'm going to be using the book, Behold a Great Light, which was put out by Ancient Faith Publishing a couple of years ago, a year or two ago, and just going through each week, each day, a particular meditation on that particular day to take us through, hopefully, what will be a series of fruitful meditations to get us ready. And the first meditation, the first chapter, where it says the Nativity fast begins November 15th, is from Father Stephen Freeman. And in fact, Father Stephen Freeman will be accompanying us through this whole first week with these meditations. And this first one is called Keeping Vigil. And he speaks of a monk who would go through the entire night praying until the sun rose again. It would go down and he would be praying, and then it would rise and he would still be praying. And Father Stephen speaks of this in terms of, you could look at this two different ways. You could look at this as a sort of, how long until this is over? How long have I been at this? How much longer do I have to do this? Anybody who's been in a divine liturgy or a long church service or something like that, maybe you find yourself glancing at your watch, or maybe you've got a little one who is, sort of getting antsy and really, how much longer? These are things that we can always experience. But Father Stephen talks about that hurry, and we're going to get ready to go into, and in fact, many places, retail has already started the hurry up and buy things season. Father Stephen says, stores promise us no waiting. Time spent standing in line or stuck in traffic is seen as wasted. Patience is not something we cultivate as a virtue, and various teachers attack our unhappy wasted time by urging us to live in the moment. There is no doubt something to be said for such a practice. Too often, though, our mindful moments are spent trying to become content with emptiness. In other words, we have this feeling like there's nothing here for me now, and I just have to put up with what's going on now that's less. But he says that this monk who was praying was looking forward to the sunrise. That there was something, he would rejoice when the sun would rise. This would be the object of his anticipation. And this is for us why we ought to begin. And we've said this in previous series of videos. Let us begin the fast with joy as we go into Great Lent in the spring. But we go into this Nativity fast expecting the dawning of the Son of Righteousness, Christ our God, and the anticipation of something positive. Not simply the denial of things in a negative manner. I've got to give up protein. I've got to give, although, for the Nativity fast, it is not as strict a fast as, say, Great Lent will be in the spring. But nonetheless, this adjustment that we are called to make, it is something that we could look at as, as we count out. If you happen to use an Advent calendar, my son is excited, he's gotten one, and he'll be counting out the days. But to either mark a calendar to see how much longer do we have? How much longer until this is over? Rather, let's look forward. Let us really anticipate the significance of what is coming, of who is coming. The one who is in the womb of the Virgin, the one who is going to be born in a stable, is the one who is everlasting life. He himself is all the divinity of heaven that place where we are all striving to go to, striving to experience, striving to end up there. And yet we find ourselves in the mud and the clay of this earth. And it's in that stable, in that cave, where the one who is coming to be born is both the glory that we long for and the mud that we experience now, met, reconciled, harmonized, united. This is our joy. This is our truth. This is our reality. As Christians, as those who are baptized into Christ, let us look forward to this greatest of all gifts. Let us understand that this sets the tone for the heart of our Father, that he would give us the gift of his Son, and in doing so, provide for us the way back into paradise, the very body and blood of his Son, our Lord Jesus Christ. Anything that's worth doing, anything that's worth waiting for, will require that struggle. And anything, that you come to the end of and you experience and you receive the awaited for recompense, there is this sense, it's worth the wait. It's worth the wait. Let us truly give this gift the honor it deserves. That it would not just simply be something we tolerate, but something we anticipate, something we contemplate, something that we glorify and truly thank God for. But we've not been left alone on this rock spinning in space, but our God has come to us as one of us and has saved us. So I bid you a joyous and sober entry into the Nativity fast. May God bless you, and God willing, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.